Welcome to the CeBIT channel here on YouTube. I am with Sven Kielgas, who is from Service Plan and is the host of these global conferences. Can I ask you what your opinion is on what global IT leaders can do to improve life in the global village?
Well, first of all, we have to answer what is improving life in the global village, and then the contribution of IT and communications, by the way, not just IT, towards that goal. Improving life in the global village means three things. It means having a better environment. That's one of the major topics here at CeBIT with green IT. The second, have a peaceful environment with the exchange of ideas in a free and democratic way. And the third is probably having a personally pleasing environment with technologies supporting your own proper lifestyle. And I think that's exactly what IT and telecommunications can provide. There's tons of solutions that would be unthinkable for example, mastering the environmental questions without IT. For instance, look at the proper usage of energy and the distribution of energy in an intelligent way, not just by computers using less electricity. The second is that IT, especially with the idea of user-generated content, with companies such as Google or YouTube, are a perfect example of expressing the free will in a modern and innovative fashion.
Now, can I ask you, as the host of these global conferences that have just been launched this year at CeBIT, what impact do you hope these sorts of discussions are going to have on IT leaders?
Well, for the first time in CeBIT history, which is over 20 years old, we've started a discussion on a very high level, on a strategic level, with business leaders and IT leaders. And CeBIT is not just the biggest IT trade show, it is the biggest trade show in the world. Which is a perfect venue for such a discussion amongst business leaders to take place.
And what impact do you think it will have?
I think that the impact will be that we will stop discussing technology for the technology's sake. And we'll focus on the various issues of corporate decision makers and public institutions. So what does IT provide to a human resource manager? What does it help a marketing guy to move on in his business? Or how can it support manufacturing or procurement? That is the central question, not so much, what is the next gadget, what is the next function, what is the next feature that, the vendor of a software or a hardware wants you to believe in. So that's, I think, the major shift in looking at IT from a user and a business perspective.
Well, thank you very much for those views. I wish you huge success with these global conferences. I know that there's lots of interesting speakers here over 3 days. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The pleasure was entirely mine.